Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
It's always nice to have you folks along. I know some of you are a little sleepier than usual, probably stayed up a little bit later than usual on a Sunday night due to the Super Bowl. Hope you didn't eat too many chips or have too much dip or maybe, too many cocktails or whatever you're into. But I think we can honestly say, and I hope as a sports guy you agree, that it wasn't the best played game in spots, but it was very, very exciting and competitive. So it wasn't one of those games where you have all of the hoopla and then it's kind of a downer to watch the game because it was close all the way.
It was entertaining. The second half was phenomenal, I thought. Yeah, I mean, what more can you ask? You go to overtime and it ends on a walk-off touchdown for Kansas City. So, yeah, fabulous game. It's got to be, I don't know where some will rank it, but it's got to be ranked up there as one of the best Super Bowls of all time, I would think, just because of the drama and everything that kind of occurred during the game. Patrick Mahomes is special. I just don't know what else you can say. He is a special player. He kind of led the charge in the second half, but for Kansas City, for me, they won the game on special teams. I mean, San Francisco has a blocked extra point, which makes it a 3-point game instead of a 4-point game. Coming down the stretch, they had the fumble and the turnover on the punt that Kansas City scores a touchdown on the play after. And then I think one of the biggest plays of the game that I don't know if too many people are talking about, the 57-yard field goal by Harrison Butker of Kansas City. If you look at that play, the snap was bad. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was high, it was off center, and how that Kansas City holder got that ball down to the ground. And Butker, I mean, he barely got it in the air. It was a line drive. I don't know how it wasn't blocked, quite frankly. But if you take away any one of those three things, maybe San Francisco is the Super Bowl champion today. I don't know, but it was a great game. It was compelling and all kinds of drama. You had the little confrontation with Mr. Kelsey and his head coach on the sideline, which was crazy.
I didn't get that.
And so it had a lot of stuff in it, for sure.
Yeah, that point after failed kick was huge.
Big, wasn't it?
My goodness, they would have had that 1-point edge going late into the game. It would have made a whole different playbook, I think, for Kansas City. But that's the way it ended up. And so now Kansas City's getting to be one of those teams that are going to be in the history books and a little bit bolder than some of the other ones that have won Super Bowls because they've done it numerous times. And they didn't play real well in part of the season. A lot of people were kind of writing them off because they just weren't gelling very well. It might be kind of hard after winning Super Bowls the next year to get yourself locked in and going, but when it got to playoff time, they certainly ramped it up. And the 49ers got to be kicking themselves right now, but that's what happens when you have two teams playing for a championship.
That's sports. That's athletic competition. Yeah. So, had plenty of chances. That's for sure. So.
No doubt. Well, it was fun because it was fun to watch, and I think people also enjoyed some of the pre-game singing that Reba McEntire. They're really talking about her performance, national anthem, and there were others who sang ahead of her that were, putting on quite a show. I got a kind of charge out of it, though. I don't know if anybody else. I'm just kind of maybe weird that way, but when they were doing the national anthem and they're in this closed arena, and they had the fireworks going on outside and the spear and the jets are coming over.
Fly over.
I suppose maybe the people sitting there could see that on the screens inside. So I guess it would make sense, but it was I just kind of went, well, the fireworks are outside, but it's a good thing because when they do fireworks inside, then it's smoky for about half the game. So I hope you folks enjoyed it. And of course, I guess we would be not even news media guys. We didn't mention that Taylor Swift made it to the game, which I don't think anybody thought she wouldn't. They did get to see her chug an entire beer. And kiss her boyfriend at the end. So all is well. Now we'll have to see what takes place from there. There is word there was no proposal or anything after the game.
Oh, okay.
Just so
all right.
I'm sure there was some betting on that.
There probably was. Yeah.
As the millions and millions of dollars exchanged hands from the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. No one thought 10 years ago they'd ever have a Super Bowl in the gambling capital of the world, but they've done it, and now probably will do it again.
I was scrolling through, was it Twitter or no? I think it was the Fox Sports app had the Taylor Swift tracker.
Oh no!
I couldn't believe it.
Really?
It was tracking her jet and like everything she was doing.
Oh my gosh!
It was like 9:07 p.m. Saturday night. Taylor Swift's jet lands at LAX. I'm like, this is crazy.
Well, it doesn't hurt that she probably is one of the most paid attention to stars right now, and she actually just landed a big deal with Disney. Also, that's going to document her tour that she's on, and they're going to make millions upon millions of dollars from that. So, you got to take your hat off to her as far as knowing how to market and knowing how to take that stardom and make big dollars out of it. Now, there's anticipation as to whether she'll fulfill the extreme right's nightmare that she'll endorse someone for a candidacy. But almost kind of hope she just stays out of it. But you got to know that if she does, there's a whole bunch of people in their 20s that may vote who normally wouldn't. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But she's making some big bucks.
She is that, yes.
And she just is just an attention grabber right now, like no other.
Yep.
So this is National Football Hangover Day. So if you woke up covered in guac and empty pizza boxes and are scratching your head wondering where you are, you're part of the gang. Lawmakers in Tennessee are trying to make the Super Bowl Monday an official holiday.
Wow, okay. Well, interesting. I've heard this. I've heard this before, though. I've heard people say that they're trying to make the, it should be like a holiday the day after as people, I guess, recover from the Super Bowl. And I don't know if I quite agree with the thought of the day after the Super Bowl being a holiday, but whatever.
Well, they just say right now you're just going to have to, if you have to go to work and you overindulge, to eat some bananas and drink plenty of water, get yourself rehydrated, get that banana down and potassium and see if you can get through the day. I'm sure you'll be very, very productive.
Yeah.
But I'm with Brent. I still think you probably should show up for work today.
Yeah.
I don't think that many people in this part of the country don't show up to work, but maybe I'm wrong. Very important day today, getting off of the Super Bowl now. It's Abraham Lincoln's birthday today, celebrating number 16, who still comes in at the tallest president we've ever had, 6'4". Can you imagine what people felt like when they walked up to Abe Lincoln when he was 6'4" back then, when the average height was for men was probably 5 foot something?
Yeah.
I mean, people were just shorter then. And 6'4" would seem, overwhelming. Might have been part of his success. I don't know, but he was a very brilliant man, went through a lot, and he's just one of those presidents that stand out, Abe Lincoln, because Civil War and all of that. Him and Washington are still the go-tos, I guess. Let's see here. National Clean Out Your Computer Day. That might be because you don't feel like doing anything else.
There you go.
At least we'll get something done. Birthdays today. Michael McDonald, Grammy-winning artist with his distinctive soulful voice, has been singing for decades. He sang with the Doobie Brothers part of the time, on his own part of the time. Did some work with Steely Dan, as I remember, as well. He's 72 today. China Phillips is 56. She's 1/3 of the musical group Wilson Phillips. She has quite a pedigree. She's the daughter of the Mamas and Papas founder, John and Michelle Phillips, and she's married to actor Billy Baldwin.
Oh.
I don't know who Billy Baldwin is. Do you?
I'm not sure.
I'm surprised you don't. Judy Blume, 86, author and iconic writer of children, teen, and adult fiction. She's written things like Are You There, God? Is It Me? Margaret, Tales of Fourth Grade Nothing, and Blubber.
Oh.
She's written a lot of different things. Christina Ricci is 44. She's been acting since she was a kid with roles in The Addams Family and The Mermaids. She's currently starring in the Showtime series Yellow Jackets and Netflix hit Wednesday, which is a super big hit, but I don't know that they've gotten back on track with that yet from COVID. But that was one that was really rolling before COVID hit. Arsenio Hall is 68 today, talk show host, and famously co-starred with his friend Eddie Murphy in Coming to America movies and Harlem Nights. So those are some birthdays for you.
Yeah.
Your birthday's coming up Wednesday?
It is, yeah. My dad's birthday is today.
That is
so,
right.
Happy birthday, Dad. And I think Kurt Crawley's birthday is today. I'm pretty sure.
You guys are always pretty close.
Yeah, I think Kurt's is the 12th. Mine's the 14th. Mick Patch is the 15th. And we always celebrate at the state wrestling tournament, which we'll do again this week.
And we'll cover all that because we have a lot of things to cover as far as what the guys will be covering this week in basketball and wrestling starting tonight. But before we do that, let's give your dad a call.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I've got his number.
Birthday,
Would you
right?
like it?
Yeah,
There you go.
See if I can dial
Yeah,
that.
this is a big birthday for Dad. I feel bad that I can't be there to celebrate with him, but I can't get the Nebraska School Activities Association to move sub-district basketball and state wrestling yet.
You'd think they'd be more considerate.
You would think, but
So do I dial the 1 or just...
I think you'll have to dial a 1. Yes.
I never know anymore.
No, I hear you. I hope he's up.
I hope I dial it correctly.
I know he's up.
He's an early riser.
I hope he got the day off today. I don't think he's working. Not exactly sure.
Let's find out.
See if he answers. This is actually his phone.
Oh.
Usually I call Mom. We may have to call Mom.
We might have to. Well,
I thought he was going to be ready for this phone call, actually.
I hope I dialed it correctly.
Okay.
I'm going to dial it one more time. Just
47972167661
That it?
is
Yeah.
not available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, here's a deal with my dad. Dad doesn't always have his phone on.
Understand completely.
I tell you what. Let me give you Mom's
Okay.
number. We'll find that.
All right. Yeah, I'm with you, Dad. Who needs a phone when you're retired?
When Mom told me call Dad's phone, I'm like, I've never called Dad's phone in my life. He never picks up. You just want to see it, or you want me to read it?
Maybe
There
you
you
don't. I guess your dad's is on there.
All right.
All right, just a second here.
Okay.
All right. It shall be done.
All right.
Where are we at? Oh, Mom. There
Yeah.
Need help.
We do need help.
Mom said, yeah, we need plenty of help.
Okay.
Sorry, this is turning into a chore.
Oh, that's all
Here.
right. It'll be worth it. Like, we could to invite them to your party this spring.
Oh, great. Yeah. Well,
Hello.
hopefully they'll bring something. Hi, is this Peggy Apperson? Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, can you hear us? Now, we need to tell, this is Brent Apperson and Dave Burney. We're hosts on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, little radio show here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, and we are bound by law to let you know that you are live on the air. So.
Well, that is good. Here's your father.
Hi, Dad.
Hello.
Hey, I tried to call your phone and nobody answered.
Well, it rang about 30 seconds before you tried to call.
It rang 30.
Nobody answered me.
So you. Oh, okay.
My phone rang before you even called me. It was from you. So I don't.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got you.
Well, I don't. Well, we've got you on the air anyway. So that's the most important thing. Happy birthday.
Well, thank you.
Now, let's see. Can I say this? You're 80 today, right?
Well, that is correct.
Oh man.
That's cool.
Did you get the day off of work?
Well, it's a floating holiday.
It's a floating holiday. Wow. Can we institute those into the handbook here at KCNI KBBN?
That doesn't
Dave,
sound bad.
I like floating holidays.
I guess you can. The POA does it.
Oh, right. Well, that's good. Do you have big special plans for today, or just going to kind of take it easy? I think the maybe you'll be doing something later or something, but you got plans for today?
Well, we got a couple inches of snow, so we're kind of shut down.
You've got snow. Yeah, well, a couple of inches in snow down in Bella Vista, Arkansas will shut the place down.
Yep, schools are closed.
Oh, wow.
Schools are closed. So have you went out and scooped out your driveway yet?
And Mother Nature put it there. She'll take it away.
I like that.
It's one of my dad's favorite sayings.
Was one of my neighbors, too.
Yes.
He's always said that.
I love that. Well, hey, Dad, just wanted to call and wish you a happy birthday. Feel bad that can't be there in person to celebrate with you, but happy birthday, and we hope that you have a very special day today.
Well, thank you for calling.
You bet.
Take care.
Oh, by the way, since you won't get together for your birthday, Shelley and Brent are throwing a neighborhood spring fling party sometime in May, so plan on that.
Oh, well, yeah, you give me the dates, and I'll be sure and be there.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, that's great. It's good to have them neighborhood get-together.
Isn't it?
Thanks a lot, Dad.
Yeah.
Happy
Love
birthday.
you. See ya.
Take care.
Yeah. Here you go.
All right. Thank you.
Pretty good. Hello, your dad and I get along great.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that.
You bet. He's a go-getter. I mean, I don't think 80 means much to him at all, does it?
No, he's still he works at one of the area golf courses there down around Bella Vista, and I think his normal day, I think he's usually at work by 5:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the snow, he gets a day off on his birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Floating holiday. We need to implement those here. Floating holiday.
Wow. That's pretty slick, all right. Okay, let's take a look at the school lunch menus real quick here. And I'll start with actually the Prairie Pioneer menu today. And they'll be having sausage, gravy over biscuit, corn, and fruit. Call them at 872-6121. Let them know you're coming, and they'll have a meal ready for you at a very reasonable price. You can also set up home delivery at that same number at 872-6121.
SEM today showing cheeseburger macaroni on the 12th day of February at SEM.
At Ansley, no school parent-teachers conferences are shown here on the 12th day.
Sargent Public Schools showing chicken nuggets or egg roll, green beans, fruit cup, dinner roll, and milk at Sargent.
At Anselmo Myrna today, it's pizza pasta bake with garlic breadstick, chicken cordon bleu sandwich, fajita deli wraps.
Let's see, Loop City today showing grilled turkey and cheese sandwich or breaded pork sandwich and French fries. That's at Loop City Public School today.
At Arcadia today, they're having lasagna, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
All right, some other menus for today. Let's go to Gothenburg, where today they're showing pizza pasta bake with garlic breadstick, chicken cordon bleu sandwich, fresh-baked ham and cheese sub, and made fresh cheesy pizza. Some of the choices at Gothenburg today.
Thedford Schools featuring goulash, carrots, garlic toast, veggie, fruit bar, and milk.
Cozad today, choice of super nachos, turkey and cheddar melt, and Italian sub. Some of your choices at Cozad.
Brokenville Middle School, High School. It's the pizza pasta bake with garlic breadstick, the chicken cordon bleu sandwich, fajita deli wrap. Grill Station combo features the crispy chicken sandwich basket. They also have fresh-baked ham and cheese subs at the Brokenville Middle School, High School today.
Callaway Public School, hamburgers today at Callaway.
Sounds good. Today at Arnold, it's chicken patty on a bun, fruit, vegetable, and milk. That's your school lunch menus for this Monday, the 12th day of February. A few things we're going to be telling you about today. We also will be visiting with Runza, Teammates, and Ideal Realty. That's our guest list today, and we'll have grocery cart specials for you here in a moment. But we're going to play the game and see if we can give away a prize here this morning. I was going to be throwing in the pancake and sausage feed tickets, but I gave those away last week, as you know.
Yes.
But I could go ahead and promo that the VFW is having their annual pancake, ham, and egg feed on Monday, February 19th, a week from today at the Brokenville Municipal Building, and you can get your tickets in advance from one of the members. You can also just buy them at the door on the 19th. Proceeds go to the Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 3576 Scholarship Fund. And tomorrow, according to this sticker note, I can give away 2 tickets tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. We'll look forward to that.
Okay.
Today, we'll give you a chance to win a free personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut, 1 topping. And we'll do that right now as we ask you the question. One more question about Super Bowl halftime shows. Last night, of course, it was Usher that performed at halftime.
And by the way, Asher was on standby.
Was he?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Well, Usher performed last night, and I kind of take issue with Usher's performance just a little bit.
How so?
He stole my moves. I mean, I was showing all of those moves Saturday when I was trying to quickly weave my way through the crowd in the hallway at District Wrestling trying to get to the bathroom.
Oh,
I mean,
same moves.
Same moves, man. I mean, gee whiz.
Well, I kind of enjoyed the first portion of the show. I thought he showed his singing ability in some of the first selections that he sang with and the people he sang with. As it went along, then it was more of the choreography and dancing and so forth, and he kind of lost me on the second half of the performance, but I know a lot of people loved it. There's a lot of good writings about it. The performance was 13 minutes of joy for a lot of people.
There you go. All right, here's your question for today. For many, one of the most iconic moments in Super Bowl halftime history came in 2007. Among the songs that were played, Let's Go Crazy, 1999, and Baby, I'm a Star. And then, as the open-air stadium in Miami allowed, a downpour, though not purple, came approximately during the finale, performed by which of these artists? Was it Prince, Freddie Mercury, Tina Turner, or the Foo Fighters? If you know the answer, call us at 872-2801.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
My day starts right.
With Dave and Brent.
Are you suffering from back pain? Team Physical Therapy can help by addressing the root cause of your pain. 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy focuses on manual therapy, exercise, stretching, and personalized plan for you. Call 872-5111. Physical therapy can reduce inflammation, improve flexibility, and increase strength. Don't let that low back pain slow you down. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check out any of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, or Kearney.
There's a lot of uncertainty in ag and business today. The market, input costs, the weather. One thing you can always count on is Nebraska State Bank, looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, NSB is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 7.95% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. Offer is valid through March 15th, 2024. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited-time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we have Stephanie on the line who we talked to recently, but Stephanie's going to pass this prize along to a loved one, so that's fine. Right. Stephanie, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, pretty good. Did you watch the Super Bowl last night?
I did.
And what did you think?
Oh, I thought it was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game. What did you think of the entertainment?
Oh, I was impressed. I think it's been a long time since we've seen somebody actually sing and not lip sync. So I like Usher. So I thought he did a good job.
I thought his voice was excellent. Kind of showed it off a little bit. So yeah, I'm with you there. Here's Brent.
Okay, Steph, we're going to take you back to the 2007 Super Bowl halftime show. Some of the songs.
One of the best ones.
Yeah, I would agree. I think a lot of people are putting this at number one. Let's Go Crazy, 1999. Who sings those songs? Was it Prince, Freddie Mercury, Tina Turner, or the Foo Fighters?
It was Prince.
Of course it was Prince. Way to go. And because you've answered correctly, we got a certificate that'll get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping from Pizza Hut. So come on out and see us when you can.
Great. Thank you. If
Thanks,
you put Zach's name on it, I think Zach will come pick him up.
Okay.
All right. We'll do that.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
You too. All right. I think this bell is getting... This is a bell we've had a long time. I don't think it's dinging quite as...
Don't think it's... not ringing as good. Try it again. Maybe it's just... I don't know. There you go.
Maybe it was my motion.
Yeah.
Probably me, not the bell.
Might be.
So, we've got a few minutes to do some grocery cart specials. If you would like, I'd like to pass those along. You can save some money now that you've, stocked up on your party for the Super Bowl, not yours in spring. Yeah. So now it's time to refill those cupboards.
It is, yes. And here's a good place to do it. Go to, go to the grocery cart in Broken Bow. And here is this week's ad. This is running today, February 12th through February the 18th. We'll start in the meat department where they've got fresh 85% lean ground round, $4.38 a pound. 8-pound average Hormel Natural Choice center cut boneless pork loins, $2.28 a pound. New York strip steak, $12.98 a pound. And Hormel Natural Choice lean and tender pork cutlets are $2.98 a pound. Some of the other things showing in this week's ad: 2.5-pound bag, all natural, best choice boneless, skinless chicken breast tenderloins, $5.28. Farmland smoked sliced bacon, the packages are $3.98. Oscar Mayer family pack sliced lunch meats are $6.48 for the packages. Van de Kamp's battered or breaded fish, $4.98 for the boxes. Some other deals this week: Pillsbury Grand's biscuits get 2 for $5. Best Choice Cottage Cheese, the 16-ounce tubs, are 2 for $4. Best Choice Crescent Rolls are $2.25 this week. Dannon Activia Yogurt, get 2 for $6. Sunny D Citrus Beverages, the big 120-ounce jugs, are $3.65. Best Choice Cream Cheese on sale for $3.25. Crystal Farms and David's Dell Bagels are $2.08 for the packages. In the frozen foods section, Totino's Party Pizzas get 2 for $3. Bird's Eye Vegetable Steamables are 4 packages for $5. Boston Market entrees get 2 for $6. Banquet Classic Dinners are on sale, 3 for $5. Totino's Pizza Rolls, 2 packages for $3. And the Pick Sweet Roasting Vegetables, 2 packages for $6. In the grocery section, Village Hearth Cottage Bread, the 24-ounce loaves are $3.28 this week. Sara Lee Bread, get 2 loaves for $7. Frito-Lay Doritos or Ruffles, the packages are 2 for $7. Nabisco Oreo cookies are on sale for $3.98 this week. Betty Crocker cake or brownie mixes, $1.68 for the box. And Barilla pasta, 2 boxes for $3 this week. And the produce section, 3-pound bag California Halo mandarins, $5.98. 3-pound bag Washington Gala apples on sale for $3.48. D'Anjou pears, $1.28 a pound. The 10-ounce packages of Dole Caesar salad kits, 2 for $5. Fresh zucchini or yellow squash, $2.98 a pound. Fresh blueberries are on sale. Get the pints for $3.98. 8-ounce packages of Highline sliced Baby Bella mushrooms, 2 for $5. Fresh green cabbage on sale for 78 cents a pound. And Texas red grapefruit, 98 cents each. Some other store-wide savings that are being posted in the ad this week. Betty Crocker coffee cake or Reese's brownie mixes are $2.98. Betty Crocker muffin mix, $2.98. La Choy Yum Yum sauce, the 16-ounce bottles are $3.68. Hunt's Squeeze ketchup, the 32-ounce bottles on sale for $2.93. Green Giant corn, the cans, 3 for $5. Hunt's Manwich sauce, 2 cans for $3. And Quaker Instant Oatmeal, the 6 to 10-ounce packages are on sale for $3.88. Those are some of the specials you'll find this week at the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
Thank you, Brent. It's 2 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. I want to remind you that later on in the show today, we'll be giving away a $25 gift card to Johnson Hunt and Fish in Loop City. And you can get yourself a $25 head start on some fishing lures or some other outside things like, all the things they have there. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show as well. So we got a lot to do. But first we have the news next here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. McCole Hardman, the man who scored the Super Bowl's game-winning touchdown for the Chiefs, tells CBS Mornings.
Trav definitely, he set the fire under everybody. Definitely came with a passionate speed at halftime.
Trav, as in Kelsey. Another health setback for the defense secretary. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
Secretary Austin is in the critical care unit at Walter Reed Medical Center, we're told, and the Pentagon says it's unclear how long he will be hospitalized.
Officials call it an emergent issue. Austin's transferred power and notified the president. The BBC's Neil Nunes on developments in southern Gaza.
The Israeli military says it's rescued 2 hostages during a raid by members of its special forces in Rafah. Reports say they were taken to Sheba Hospital in central Israel, where doctors say they are in good condition.
Palestinian officials say dozens of people were killed in Israeli airstrikes. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, in 2022 in the state of Nebraska, the March of Dimes reports that 11.3% of babies were born preterm. That number is higher than the 10.4 national average and the highest rate Nebraska has seen in recent memory. When it comes to mothers of color, the preterm birth rate is even higher. State Senator George Dugan of Lincoln wants to address and prevent those numbers from growing. Dugan said, no matter where you fall on the political spectrum, one of the things that everyone seemed to agree on is healthy moms and healthy babies. Dugan tells Channel 6 News, when asked about LB 857, his priority bill, will come up this legislative session, and he said, what we're seeking to do is increase the access and availability to prenatal services for at-risk mothers who are low income. While Dugan says Nebraska's current program is robust, he adds it's time to do more when it comes to tackling adverse birth outcomes, namely low birth weights and preterm births. He said there are certain things we know that are integral in helping those moms and raising those birth weights that are not currently able to be built on. If passed, Nebraska would adopt the Prenatal Plus program, which Dugan says states like Colorado have seen great success with. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In Super Bowl 58, it was the Chiefs beating the 49ers 25-22 in the second overtime game in Super Bowl history. Kansas City was down 10-3 at the half, rallied back, but they needed a Harrison Butker 29-yard field goal with 3 seconds left in regulation to tie it and force overtime. San Francisco won the coin toss, but settled for a field goal in overtime. Kansas City then got the ball, went 13 plays, 75 yards, capped by a Patrick Mahomes 3-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver McCole Hardman to win it. Patrick Mahomes finished with 333 yards passing, passing and 2 touchdowns. He also led the team in rushing with 66 yards and was named Super Bowl MVP for a 3rd time, tied with Joe Montana for the 2nd most all-time as they both trailed Tom Brady, who won it 5 times. Kansas City's now won back-to-back Super Bowls. They're the 8th franchise to do it, and the first repeat winner since the Patriots did it in 2004-2005. Kansas City's now won 4 Super Bowls overall, and it's their 3rd in the last 5 years.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Highs level off around 50 today under partly cloudy skies, west winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies again tonight, lows dip down to about 25, 52 tomorrow, mainly clear. Cloudy skies expected Wednesday with daytime highs approaching 51, 40 Thursday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Is your current financial advisor really listening to you or just waiting for his or her turn to talk? Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we are here, ready to listen. We want to know what's important to you. We want to learn about your goals so that together we can put you on the financial path that's right for you. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's time to spread the local love with the KCNI KBBN Love Local promotion. When you shop local, you're not just a customer. You're a champion of community support. Tune in every weekday morning to The Breakfast Show for your chance at a $25 gift card to a fantastic local business. Join us in embracing the spirit of local love. Keep it local. Keep it here. Listen to The Breakfast Show to win.
Now remember that whatever happens, I love you.
I love the morning show.
Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. KCNI KBBN Radio.
8:08. It is 24 degrees outside, and we have some clouds up there, and we have a bit of clear sky as well. We had stars shining earlier this morning. A little more cloud cover now. Winds are out of the west-southwest, but light so far today. Barometric pressure steady at 30.00. Humidity at 84%. High yesterday was 44 with an overnight low of 22 degrees. Sunset today at 6:07. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:37. 77 hundredths precipitation measured so far this month. And I think Brent measured 1/100ths out of that nice little covering of snow we had yesterday that Mother Nature did remove for us.
Yes, and very quickly.
Yes.
During the day.
So we didn't have to scoop that. And we got a 1/100th of an inch out of that. It's kind of pretty yesterday. Didn't really hurt anything. 24 degrees here at Broken Bow. We'll take a time out. We'll get our guests in next. We'll be talking with Deb McCaslin and guests about teammates again this morning, so stay tuned. That's coming up.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit, hims.com/joy.
No matter where your schedule takes you, stay up to date on your bank accounts. Sign up for mobile banking or online banking with Bruning Bank to keep track of your accounts anywhere, anytime. At home, the gym, grocery store, day or night. Deposit checks, transfer between accounts, view transactions, and check balances. Set up bill pay so you never forget to pay that bill ever again. Ready to simplify your life? Download the app or visit bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Varney Health Mart is ready for you to walk through their doors to shop for your Valentine. Stunning Montana Silversmith jewelry is marked at 20% off, and Russell Stover and Baker's chocolates are at 10% off. If that's not enough, look for red or pink. All gifts, toys, or decor with those colors on them are 20% off. Whether you struggle with wrapping or just want it done before you leave, remember they offer it for free. Happy Season of Love from your friends at Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Are prairie dogs wreaking havoc in your pastures? Then get rid of them with Rosol from Aeroseed. Rosol is a restricted use pesticide approved for use on prairie dogs by licensed pesticide applicators between October 1st and March 15th. Rosol is an easy-to-use bait that provides excellent acceptance, has superior weatherability, and proven reliability. To learn more about Rosol, call or stop by Aeroseed in Broken Bow today.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio.
Almost 12 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, as we mentioned. Deb McCaslin is in again on this Monday, as she has been for several Mondays, this time around to talk about teammates. And I think Brent has had a chance to meet our guest, so I'll turn it over to you, Brent, real quick.
All right, thanks, Deb. I'm going to have you introduce our guest to the audience here because, well, she got up and made a long trip here this morning to be with us.
I'm very pleased to introduce Tiffany Nichols, who drove from O'Neill this morning. She's our Teammates Area-Wide Coordinator. She keeps us all in line and just brings this energy to the program that I'd like to duplicate it if I could. Tiffany, go for it.
Yeah, thank you, Deb. It's a pleasure to be here. My job is to just support you guys and your efforts of serving our students, and that's really what matters most and why I love coming to Broken Bow.
Tiffany's just brings a wealth of resources, and she's helping us to launch this program into the elementary school.
Right. So we've actually had our Teammates chapter here in Broken Bow for just over a decade, which is wonderful. And we noticed that we didn't have that presence in our elementary school anymore. And really, those kiddos are the funnest to mentor. They want to play games. They want to hang out with you. They get excited to see you every week. And so this was just a really great time for us to focus on finding some mentors and getting back in the elementary school where we just have the best time.
I can't emphasize that enough. I have the experience of going through teammates with each level, with elementary kids and then junior high and then high school and now college. But the elementary years are just so much fun. And getting to know the student at the elementary level and then watching them grow up is almost like being a grandparent on the sidelines. It's just a pure delight.
Yeah, that's a great comparison, too. And with starting that relationship in, third grade, fourth grade, the goal is to stick with them all the way till high school and just think about the years that you get to capture in that time. It's priceless.
Tiffany, how large is the area that you service?
Yeah, so I cover 24 different chapters in the north central part of the state. I go clear down to Osceola, all the way up north to Valentine, Arnold, Plainview. It's a nice big box right in the middle of the state. So
great.
Yeah.
How did you get involved in the Teammates program?
By being a mentor. I've been a mentor now for 11 years, and it's something that I pride myself on. I've served 3 wonderful young ladies in my time in doing that, and just the relationships have always inspired me to pursue something along these lines of just working with kids. And it's such a joy. It's really a joy to do it. I was a program coordinator in our Burwell chapter for a few years, and then when I got to work for our national office, I jumped on that opportunity, and I haven't looked back since, and now still mentoring, too. So that's my favorite part.
We visit a lot about the time commitment for mentors, and I know we've talked a lot about the fact that it's a relationship you develop with your mentee, but also with the school, too, because you go to the school to meet with your mentee, and it can easily be fit into your schedule to be a mentor, can it?
Absolutely. I'm going to give my father, he's a mentor, and he actually works in Albion from Burwell, so he drives about an hour and 10 every day. Then him and his mentee meet in the morning at 7:30. They grab breakfast together for about half an hour before he starts school, and then he's on the road. We really try to be as accommodating as we can for the people that are going to be willing to take the time to do this. So whether it's breakfast, lunch, afternoon, a study hall, kind of that free space that the school allows, we really want to try to make it work for them.
And the process to become a mentor, it's not hard at all. You just have to apply.
Yes,
correct?
It's very easy. I would say make sure you have an email that you check. But when you go ahead and click apply to become a mentor, it takes you about 20 minutes to do the application. And from there, you're going to get an email directly from our national office explaining kind of the background check process and the training process. And we hope to push that up to, your application's in and you're matched meeting with a student in about 30 days.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you have gained from being a mentor?
What great perspective to kind of walk in the shoes of a child going through their elementary school years, their middle school years, and then graduating. Their perspective is brilliant. I love to hear their creative ideas. I love to think about what it's like to be in school these days. I'm a little removed from that, so it's a little different than it used to be. And they just really, they inspire me. They inspire me to be better and to continue to grow, because being with them as they grow, it holds me to have to be kind of honest to myself and the things I want to do.
Sure. We're talking about developing the mentor program into the elementary school here in Broken Bow. What about some other chapters? Are there a lot of chapters that start down in the elementary grade and move up? Or
we've always had that model. We just noticed when COVID unfortunately came that we didn't get those kids recruited. So I love that we're going kind of back to what our roots are of starting in the elementary school and getting them involved, because in our program our kids age out. Each year they get older and they keep going, and we just want to make sure we're still back where we started. So there are probably, I can't say all of my chapters do elementary school, but I would say probably more than 75% of them are involved there.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Obviously, to do this, Deb, we've talked about this in past weeks, you have to have mentors to mentor the children in the elementary school. So how is the recruiting process going there?
The recruiting process is going very nicely. However, we are still short. Broken Bow has never been held back by the number of kids who want in the program. We've been significantly held back by the number of adults who step up to be in the program. And it literally is stepping up. It's stepping up and saying, I want to make a difference. I want to make a difference in a child's life. There's a lot of things in this world that I know I personally cannot change. I can't fix the national debt. I would like to have Congress get along, but I have no pull in that, and I don't want any pull in that. But if I can make a difference in one child's life, then maybe I'm okay. It's just trying to make that difference, one person, one family at a time.
If someone wants to be a mentor, where's the best place to start? Going to the Teammates website, is that the best place to kind of get the process rolling?
Absolutely. Please go to the website, teammates.org, hit Become a Mentor. We take it from there, and we'll be with you the whole step as you get towards making that match with that student.
All right.
And there's some training that is offered, and additional training that's always available whenever you would like. And I've talked to some people who've said, I just don't, I'm kind of an old fogey. I don't identify with that age anymore. Oh my gosh, they will bring the youth out in you. There's just so many things that people could do. When I think back 10 years ago or so when we first started the program, and I looked around the room with the different matches that were occurring, we had somebody making, I don't know, what do you call them when you make airplanes out of kits? Modeling. Yeah. Over in one, there was, because he really liked to model, and it turned out that this child liked to build things. So that worked out well. There was a couple of other tables where kids were playing games. There was somebody else who was teaching her mentor how to crochet. It was just these skills that were being passed back and forth. It was really cool. And in my dream, in my perfect world, that's kind of what happens again.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, I have a question for you, a couple actually, but there's great parents out there. There's parents who really do a great job. And the schools have counselors, and they have things in place to kind of monitor the kids' social activities and so forth. Because as you mentioned, it's a different world than we lived in. Certainly, we probably have different time lapses here, but it changes all the time. And I wonder sometimes when people say, "Well, teammates sounds great," but we have places and people that can address the kids and monitor them and kind of make sure they're okay. I'm not sure if that's really what you guys do, but I would wonder if as that meeting between somebody out of the bubble isn't a real advantage for the kids and for you, because you're actually just taking them out of that arena for just a little while, for an hour or whatever. Can you talk about that a little bit?
I love this question. So, if you think about being a child, the way that you talk to your parents is in a particular way. The way you talk to your teachers is in a particular way. The way you respond and work with your coaches is a totally different way. When we come in to be a mentor for a student, we come letting them be exactly who they want to be in that time and in that space. And we don't give that to our kids enough. I feel like when I'm talking to my child, I expect them to be listening and them to be following what I'm asking them to do. Same with teachers. They're giving them the assignments or helping them with questions. A mentor shows up with none of those expectations and really gives that child just that time to just be them. And that's one of my favorite things that we get to do as mentors. Even when I show up to be a mentor, I'm not coming in with any expectations for that kid other than to just hang out with me for a little bit. And how nice is that to break up my work day, that I get to just kind of take out, it's even personal time for me, to just step out of what I need, what I should be doing, what I need to be doing, and to just have a conversation. I love that question just because it's so easy to just get so busy and so wrapped up. This is my favorite break in the day, is going to see my mentor each week.
Mm-hmm. A lot of good teachers out there who, we all have a teacher or teachers as we went through our educational process that were that we remember and are fond of and maybe helped us in a lot of ways. But it takes an entire community to do that.
Takes a village, yeah.
And having the opportunity that you just mentioned to be totally neutral from their day-to-day activities. Certainly, when mom asks you a question, you answer differently than when when a friend asks you a question, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Good answer. Took me a lot longer to ask the question than you to answer it. So thank you very much.
It's a great question, yeah.
Also, before we close, have you worked with the guys up at O'Neill's radio station up there at O'Neill?
I haven't gotten the honor and privilege yet, but I hope to.
You just walk in and say, Dave and Brent down in Broken Bow, KCNI KBBN, Posey, you better let me in here and help.
I would be happy to do that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. I'm Scott Posey, and of course we've known that radio family for many years.
Oh, and that's wonderful.
I think they'd work with you on it.
Well, good.
Yeah. Anything else you guys wanted to highlight that Brent or I didn't ask you?
Teammates.org. There's a wealth of resources on that website. You can go and explore. I'm Deb McCaslin. Catch me on the street or give me a call, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. It's easier than you think. I love the fact that it's a controlled environment, and you learn so much about the school. I'm an old grandparent, and now through the Teammates program, I walk in the school, I see what the kids are doing, I look at the artwork, I ask the questions, and it's just absolutely fun. You'll be a better person for it, and your mentee will be a better person for it as well. So thank you so much for listening.
You bet. Thank you, guys. And we got some of the school year left, but it's getting away from us. So if not get set up for this year, certainly next year, and there's still time to get in this year.
Yeah.
And geez, Stephanie, you travel a lot of miles to go to these different places. I'm sure each community is a little bit different. Each school's a little bit different. That's got to be kind of fun, too.
It is. It's never the same day twice, and I love that about my job.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You drove so far and got up so early. I feel like we should leave you on for another hour. But
Hey, bring me some breakfast or some coffee, too, while we're at it.
we could do that. Here's Blackberry Smoke on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
With Cattlemen and a Bull Buyer Supper. Sale day is on Thursday, February 22nd. Sales will start promptly at 10 a.m. Bulls, bred heifers, fancy heifers, embryo packages, plus remember the commercial heifer Pen of 5 sale and the new Pen Bull sale. Sale day again is Thursday, February 22nd. Friday, February 23rd, we start the junior events. It all happens at the Nebraska Classic, February 17th through the 25th in Kearney.
Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
8:32 is your time. Thanks for listening to our show on this Monday morning. There is a surprise in our information this morning that centers off of the Super Bowl. I guess we're going to do a little more Super Bowl here, but the question is, do halftime performers get paid? Now, I think most of us...
Oh, wow, that's a great question. I assume they do.
Yeah, I think most of us thought they probably do really well.
Yeah.
If they're selected to do 10 or 15 minutes at the halftime of the Super Bowl, that it's a big financial, reward.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not true.
Oh, really? They don't get paid for doing the halftime show.
They get paid, but not what you'd think, because even though it costs a boatload to get your Super Bowl ticket, and many of the halftime show performers are big stars, they don't get a lot of money. 8-time Grammy winner that performed last night will get about $1,000 per day. I suppose $1,000 per day as they're rehearsing and getting ready for the show and performing the show. The NFL has a policy to only pay union scale for halftime performers.
Mm-hmm.
So they pay the union scale. That's all they'll pay.
Huh. Interesting.
Now, be fair, though, if you're getting in front of 100 million people and you're on TV for that spotlight time, it probably pays off pretty well. But as far as the actual fee for performing, it's minimal.
Huh. Interesting.
Did not know that. But people who make runses and burgers and double cheeseburgers and fries and onion rings and chili soup and fish, they I don't know if they're in a union or not, but they kind of get a standard pay, and they should probably get more like the performers at the Super Bowl.
No union.
No union, okay.
Just so we're clear.
Brian is here.
Good morning, guys.
Runza. So, how you doing?
Wonderful.
Good.
You guys?
Hey,
Good.
I pulled through the other day, and I just want you to know, excitement. I saw the fish sandwich back up on the board.
The North Atlantic cod has returned.
Oh, man.
Yes.
That's a good sandwich.
Yes.
That is a good sandwich.
Jenny Melham's been restocked, so we've been... No. Yeah, we got our fish sandwich back. We had a few things going on here with the menu. Temperature Tuesday ended it after January was over, and the fish sandwich came back. We also have a specialty burger on the menu now, which is the return of the French onion burger.
Ah.
Yeah, that used to be an item on the menu, which we removed due to sales. But I think it's doing really good now. That people getting their fill of it now as a specialty item, and it will go away again. So, but we've got it right now.
Yeah.
So
good news with the fish sandwich. It's also a nice change.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
a change in the menu, and it's really a good size piece of fish.
Yeah, it's a. I forgot to look on the box because I talked about this before, but it's a 4 ounce or more fish fillet, which, quarter pound burger. To get a quarter pound of fish, it's thick, it's big, it hangs over the side of the bun.
Yeah.
A couple areas.
It does.
Yeah, it's a good sandwich.
And Joyce used to say, you know what, if you want to, we'll just serve you the fillet if you don't want the bread, because a lot of times people, I don't know if they don't want the bread, they're on a diet, or they just want to eat that fish all by itself.
Yeah, we offer all of our sandwiches that way. I mean, it's something, if you order your burger, no bun, it's pretty easy. We keep little containers back there that come out with a fork and a knife that way. So,
yeah, it's a good way to eat it. Really good with chili.
I like tearing into some of the burgers that we make. A double cheeseburger is one thing. That it's cheese, it's beef. But when you get into a double spicy jack or a double Swiss mushroom burger or a double French onion burger, there's a lot of material going on in between those buns. And when you have things like, sauteed mushrooms or onions, they tend to bleed a little bit after, they don't just dry out when you put them on a bun.
Right.
And I feel bad for some guys. I know when they order that double Swiss mushroom burger, by the time they get home to eat it, they have a soggy roll on the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's nothing, that we can...
No, but it's good.
It's just all the ingredients here. So a double spicy jack burger would be my go-to, but I always have it no bun, so I can just keep it all contained.
There you go.
And not on my lap, but in a container.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
It'll fall out the bun on me.
Well, I guess I'd be a good example. I never think about when I order the mushroom burger to order a double, but you can.
Yeah.
See, and I've never thought of that. So.
Yeah, we at Runza try to take care of you, Dave.
I know you do.
That's kind of one of our things.
Well, as long as you got chocolate ice cream, you can probably be out of everything. And as long as you got chocolate ice cream, we'll be good.
You're good. We've got it.
And that really makes a nice dessert. And by the way, you don't have to have that in a cone. You can have it in a
dish,
yep. Which is handier sometimes in the car to get home with. Because you got to start eating the ice cream cone right away, even in the winter.
Dessert before supper.
Yeah,
there
you go.
Yep.
I wanted to compliment your staff. I went through the other night, and it was a big day here in Broken Bow. I think that particular night, Broken Bow was hosting the girls' district wrestling
Friday night
tournament. Yeah.
Yep.
And I was coming back from a ball game, and it was getting very close. It may have even been at your closing time at Runza, and there was a good line of people, and. Man, I tell you what, I know your crew had to be thinking about getting closed down and everything. And, man, we just rolled right through that line when you're probably thinking about closing up and everything. Everything was hot. Everything was fresh. And I just wanted to compliment your staff on that. Because
thank you.
I've worked in some places where you're trying to get closed up and then you get a rush out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and so I compliment your staff.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. We do. It's always kind of interesting when you have events ending close to our closing time. Do we have labor is expensive,
sure,
and so we have the most people on staff over the lunch hour every day. That's our steady busy time, and then we wean people out. So between 2:30 and 5 o'clock, there's not as many people on the payroll as there is over lunch. It just that's the way it works. And so as you come after your supper time, generally when people would eat supper, and we understand people are out doing activities, which is why we're open after a normal supper hour, but it's always kind of a juggling act. Did we keep enough staff for when this ball game gets out for when this happens? There'll be times when I might drive up to the school and just see who's still around.
Good idea.
Before we cut too many people out, nobody likes to see thumb twiddling at work.
Right, yeah.
And so it's just a real fine line and a balancing act. We do what we can, and sometimes we guess right, and sometimes we send people out too soon. But sounds like we had them humming through there pretty good the other night.
Yeah, did a great job.
Good.
So,
good.
Yeah.
Brian, what does a district wrestling meet being held here in Broken Bow mean to Runza and other restaurants as well, in your mind? I mean, it's got to be a game changer.
Yeah, it makes for an extremely great day. It really does. It's kind of crazy. The wrestling's a little bit different than some of the other sports. Wrestlers don't eat before they get to their weigh-ins.
They shouldn't. Yeah.
Their families seem to hustle, get into town, and go. After wrestling's over, it gets a little Western in there sometimes.
I bet it does.
And all the events are, that we have in town, just the people who volunteer to get those put on, they're helping this town thrive. And a lot of times those things, we've got a youth basketball tournament coming up this weekend, and you've got girls one day, boys the next. That's all ran, as far as I know, by volunteers who are probably helping their kids or the community kids get better at basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But they're putting the effort in to bring all these people in. I know they'll all be shot come Sunday night. But we, hats off to them, because they make our days, make us have some really good days too.
Yeah.
So.
Fairgrounds is
Fairgrounds
a big deal all the time. And, sub-district basketball, district basketball, wrestling. Soon we'll have track, and people a lot of times with track meets have time to get away and come and have something to eat or pick something up. And but it does take the businesses and the people working together to bring all these activities to the community. And I know that you guys are always really great at runs about giving back to the community. So it all works together.
It comes full circle, I think.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. All right. So, anything else on the business side that you wanted to talk about?
No, I think we're okay. Right. We got soup and cinnamon roll here through the end of March. The fish sandwich will be on through Easter.
Okay.
We will have clam chowder on Fridays as a soup offering.
Oh, nice.
So through the Lenten season as well. Ice cream sandwich comes back March 1st, I believe.
Oh, does it?
Usually it doesn't come back till April 1st. So I don't think that was a typo, but it'll be back on the menu pretty soon.
Okay.
So
all right.
I guess because he didn't see the shadow or something, summer's here.
Almost, yeah. Geese don't know which way to go. That's what we've been talking about here lately. So off the business platform for a moment, watched the Super Bowl last night?
I did not.
You did not? Man. No. So that's the next question I wonder. How did you like the game? I'm not going to be able to.
It was fine.
Yeah. You didn't even watch?
No.
Cool.
No. Cool. I was coyote hunting.
Oh.
You've really gotten into that, haven't you?
Yeah,
you enjoy that, don't you?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yep. I and don't get me wrong, sports has been a huge part of my life.
Well, I'm kind of surprised.
Kids growing up. This comment never makes friends, but the commercialization of this and the amount of money that people are making to play kids' games and not respecting their ability and the effect they have on kids really drives me nuts.
Yeah. Referee yelling and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, just all of it. Yeah. It doesn't play for me. I think there should be a fine. Everybody has to wear a mouthpiece, right? Attached to their helmet and then jiggling around. We're not using sports in the way that it could be used these days, I don't feel.
No? Good for you.
So,
good for you.
I love sport. You won't meet anybody more competitive than me.
You're more of a participant than.
Yeah, I'm not much of a watcher. Yeah.
That's cool.
And get me to sit on a couch for 3 or 4 hours would be a little bit of a challenge anyways.
I'd like to say that, although this weekend I'm with you. I don't feel great if I sit on the couch for a long time.
Yeah.
For some reason this weekend I did it.
Good for you. Yeah.
My wife says, can't you ever just, relax and quit looking out the window and going back to work? And I'm trying to get better at it, but they did have a commercial that you would have enjoyed.
And that's the thing. I used to watch Super Bowl for the commercialized commercials.
They had a big field. Maybe you can describe it better than I, but they had a field full of they were raising couch potatoes.
Yes. Oh. Yeah.
and the field was full. and they showed them eating and watching. They had their screens, and it's kind of where we're headed these days in our society. So I don't know.
It can't seem like that.
Maybe we shouldn't be laughing at it. But anyway, well, good for you. And the weather's been good to be out and about, and I know that's what you like to do. You like to country dance and get out and
I'll
do a lot of things.
Like to stay active for sure.
Help-wise, back to the business side. I know you're looking for good people all the time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We we're sitting halfway decent right now, staffing wise. There's still ebbs and flows to it. life changes. People get different opportunities. Seems like you lose a good one, you need 2 more to replace, and so there's always an ebb and flow to that part of it. And our application system is always open.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, could use some part-time help over lunch. Just somebody would want to work on the registers for an hour or 2 a day, a couple hours a day. Somebody, maybe kids back in school, mom thinking about going back to work, something like that. That's probably a pretty good need I have right now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, Brian.
Off the business side, do you guys exchange Valentines? It's very nice in here. Very.
This is Kristen's doing. She decorates the breakfast show room based on the holiday.
Yeah, she's really good about it.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever shared Valentines around here, have we?
No,
back in the school days.
Oh, just us two?
Oh, just us?
Well,
oh,
yeah,
heavens,
it's kind of your room. Okay,
No.
I didn't know.
No, but I would tell you that in the spring,
oh, brother,
we're going to in our neighborhood. We're having a neighborhood party at Brent's place.
No, it's not going to be at my place.
Brent and Shelley's
it's not
spring
going
fling.
to be at my place.
Brent and Shelley's spring fling.
Yeah. So I'll stay in touch. I'll let you know what time and what the date is.
Yeah, that'd be great.
For the neighborhood party over at Brent's place.
Okay. No, that'd be great. He's wondering, what am I going to make?
We've talked about it.
How long will I have to be on the grill, he says.
Well, we could probably maybe work something out with Runza, Brent.
Probably could.
Maybe. Yeah.
You got a
I don't know how many
card?
Well, I don't know how many people are listening, but if you take that number divided by 2, and if people show, you about 1,000 will show up.
Yeah.
It's getting free advertising.
I was going to say, it's going to be more than that. Bernie keeps going over here. There's no party.
Oh, there's a party at your place.
But see what?
It's a gathering. It's a
yeah.
Here's the problem.
Fling is a gathering.
I'm the one that's coming off sounding like the bad guy.
A little bit.
Exactly.
Well, if you know
he
it,
does
fix
this
it.
to me all the time.
if you know it, fix it. That's right.
He does this to me all the time. I just yeah.
I like that, Brian. If you know it, fix it.
We went to do the game between Anselmo Myrna and Ansley Litchfield basketball on Friday. And you wouldn't believe how many people asked me about the party.
Yeah.
Chip and dips, we can maybe work something out with Brian, get some of that orange juice there, along with the tea we were going to make. How far does your credit card go for charging?
I can't wait. Just keep me posted.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
There's no party. There's no party.
It's just a gathering.
I'm sorry.
Quit calling it a party.
There's no party. There's no gathering.
There's no
it's not going
Valentine's
to be
Day
at my
cards
place
either. Man, I don't know why you get so worked up.
You guys got some stuff to figure out, it sounds like.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep, have a great day.
No searching for new business out of the gate.
Nice and easy.
Gas prices are crazy. No worry for you. You'll have a station car to drive the St. Hills roads.
Hey, Ron, who's driving? It's okay. It's on cruise control. Cruise control just regulates speed. It doesn't steer.
Decide what your day looks like. Meet new people. Throw candy in parades. Get paid to have fun. Send your resume to jeremy@sandhillsexpress.com. I'll talk to you soon.
Hello, cattlemen. This is Drew Feller with Sand Hill Source Bull Sale. Along with Minard Simonson Angus, we'd like to invite you to the annual sale February 17th in Dunning, Nebraska. An exciting offering of 160 yearling Angus bulls will sell in large sire groups from leading sires of Sitz Accomplishment, U2 Coalition, and Simonson Crosshair, along with the first sons of Calving East sires Hyken, Broadview, and Barstow Trail Boss. Bulls developed for the Sand Hills cattlemen from two proven Sand Hills cow herds. View the catalog on Facebook or sandhillsource.com.
8:54, and we are going to give away that $25 gift card to Johnson Hunt and Fish over in Loop City before we close the show. We also have another guest on our schedule this morning, Ideal Realty. They'll be in the 9 o'clock hour, and we have some jobs we want to tell you about. And I'm also going to tell you right now that I would like to make a comment concerning the situation that took place last Friday in the square with a vendor and some upset people and some egg on her face. And I would just let you know it's going to be short because I want to learn more about it in the meeting on Tuesday. We're going to cover it. So be a short comment on that later and just try to approach it as, yes, we have egg on our face. We have some work to do. All right? Custer County Foundation Executive Director position is open, and it's a full-time position located in Broken Bow. And the Executive Director acts as the CEO for Custer County Foundation as well. Some of the duties include general administration, overseeing personnel, planning and leadership, financial management, asset development, and more. And some of the qualifications that you'll need to have, they'd really like to have someone with a bachelor's degree or better or more. They also would like you to have 5 or more years experience in at least one of the following: management, policy development, asset development, donor relations, and grant making. And of course, leadership skills, be self-motivated, organizational skills, be okay with technology, and have good writing ability and oral communication skills. If you would like to apply, send your resume to the Custer County Foundation, Post Office Box 304, Broken Bow, Nebraska, or email it to the Custer Foundation at msn.com.
The Village of Myrna is accepting applications for a part-time maintenance operator. You must be 21 years of age and possess a current valid driver's license. Duties would include operation of sewer and water systems, maintenance of streets, equipment maintenance, and general upkeep of village property. Now, experience is certainly a benefit, but they're willing to train the right applicant. Questions and applications should be directed to the village clerk's office between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. And to do that, you can call 643-2281 or 643-7022. The Village of Myrna is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
All right, thank you, Brent. Nebraska Land Hearing Center is here in town on the east side of the square, and it's located in the Broken Bow Chamber building. And Roxanne, who is a board-certified hearing instrument specialist, is there with over 35 years of experience and located right here in town in Custer County, Broken Bow, Nebraska. And if you're struggling with your hearing and or worrying about missing out on conversations with your family and your friends at gatherings, stop in to see Roxanne. She can help. She can let you know if you do have a loss of hearing, and if so, set you up with high-quality hearing aids that she will take care of as long as you come in and see her. This is part of the price you pay, your investment that you pay. Roxanne comes with the hearing aids. Let's just put it that way. And she'll help you with any fittings that you need, any problems that you may have. They're very few, but if you have one, Roxanne will take care of you. Make an appointment at 308-384-3852 and talk to Roxanne. If you don't get her, she has an answering service, and she's very good about getting back to you and getting something set up.
Your friends at Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group, very thankful to be here in the community, and they look forward to continue to grow and serve you with the same great service and smiles that they have for many years. They would like to thank the community of Broken Bow for continuously supporting them over the years. They certainly care deeply for their community as their roots are planted strong right here. Universal, located on Southeast Street in Broken Bow. Give them a call today to see how they can go to work for you. Call 872-6438, or you can check out their website at gtagroup.com.
More jobs available. Grand Generation Manor in Callaway have some vacancies, and I start out with the jobs because we're doing so many jobs. I apologize. This is vacancies in the facility itself. They may have some jobs available too, but let's talk about the vacancies they have. Doesn't happen very often that the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has rooms or apartments available, and they do right now. They're maintenance-free living, no lawn mowing or snow removals needed, one-bedroom apartments for elderly 16 years of age or older, and they also have these available for handicapped or disabled folks, regardless of age. So if you're 62 or older, you're eligible, and if you have some disabilities they're handicap accessible, and they're very, very nice. If you think you qualify, call them. Call Cassie Anderson at 308-836-4466 and talk to Cassie about the apartments. The appliances are furnished, including garbage disposal. They have physical therapy across the street, doctor and hospital just 3 blocks away. They also have a local nursing home down at the end of the street of Callaway if you have someone that's living there and you need a place to live. And they have a grocery store within 1.5 blocks and a drugstore, bank, hardware store, and restaurants. Everything you need, plus the apartment right there in Callaway. Contact the Grand Generation Manor. And again, that number is 308-836-4466.
Here's some job opportunities for you through through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. They are looking now for an individual to work as an administrative assistant in Loop City. Now, this is a full-time position, 40 hours per week, starting wage anywhere from $16.50 to $18 per hour, depending on qualifications. Full benefits package comes with this position. They are looking for someone who can complete typing, filing, and compiling pertinent information. You would also be entering data into an agency-specific database. And again, that's an administrative assistant position in their Loop City office. Also still looking for a part-time or full-time early childhood program interpreter. Again, this could be part-time or full-time, depending on the program needs. You would need the ability to speak, read, and write fluently in both Spanish and English. You would be providing translation for families and children ages birth to 5 and traveling to the different locations as needed to provide translation services. And they are also looking for someone to work as a center assistant in their Ord, Burwell, and Broken Bow locations. Full-time position. You would be assisting where needed in the classroom depending on location, helping the teacher and staff with activities, documenting, and cleaning. And again, for more information on any of these positions, we direct you to CNCAP. You can reach them at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105. Or if you'd like to apply, you can go straight to centralnebraskacap.com.
And we want to remind you that Rustic and Red in Cozad is ready for this Thursday's Sip and Shop. Sales run all day, but the sipping starts at 4 p.m. So be listening for details to come later this week and follow their Facebook page to stay up on details. Grab your girlfriends and make the trip to Cozad to check out Rustic and Red this Thursday. And they'll sip and shop and have a good time as usual and save you some money on some very unique gift items. They're open 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. this Thursday at Rustic and Red in beautiful downtown Cozad.
And we'll give you one more before we hit the news here. Quality Senior Villages is hiring. They're looking for caregivers, CNAs, and medication aides for their facility. They are a licensed assisted living facility specializing in Alzheimer's and dementia care. Their goal to provide a home-like atmosphere and give enriching care in a safe and nurturing environment where the individual can thrive and live a productive and active life. Specialized training in the most advanced forms of memory care is provided at the time of employment and is ongoing. If you'd like to apply, email qsvbrokenbow@gmail.com, or they invite you to stop in person at their facility, which is located at 715 Arapahoe Lane in Broken Bow. If you have any questions, please call 872-6387.
Thank you, Brent. News is next on the show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CS News Brief, a dream come true for Kansas City fans.
Repeat, baby! Repeat! How about those Chiefs?
Chiefs scored back-to-back Super Bowl victories with a dramatic 25-22 win over the 49ers in overtime. Defense Secretary Austin's back at Walter Reed for what the Pentagon calls an emergent bladder issue following complications from prostate cancer surgery. Military consultant Jeff McCausland
does seem to suggest that his health condition may be worse than initially thought when it seemed like he was going to conduct his duties right there from the hospital.
CBS's Linda Gradstein on 2 hostages rescued amid cover of intense Israeli airstrikes in southern Gaza.
The Israeli army spokesman said 61-year-old Fernando Marman and 70-year-old Louis Har were in good condition and that Israel had been working on their long time. They were rescued from deep inside Rafah near the border with Egypt amid heavy gun battles.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions again. They beat the 49ers 25-22 in overtime, their 3rd title in the last 4 years. Here's the tight end, Travis Kelce.
Never doubt in my mind. We knew when they had to kick a field goal that it was on us. We got the best quarterback in the league. We got the best offensive mind in the league. And we got the most determination out of any team in the NFL. And you saw all of that today.
That quarterback, by the way, Patrick Mahomes, was named Super Bowl MVP for a 3rd time. He threw for 333 yards and ended up leading Kansas City with 66 yards rushing. Chiefs are the 8th franchise to win back-to-back Super Bowls and the first to do it since the Patriots nearly 2 decades ago. Meanwhile, Andy Reid wins his 3rd Super Bowl title. He's now tied with Bill Walsh and Joe Gibbs for the 3rd most all-time, trailing only Chuck Noll with 4 and Bill Belichick with 6.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Highs of a low around 50 today under partly cloudy skies, west winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies again tonight, lows dip down to about 25, 52 tomorrow, mainly clear. Cloudy skies expected Wednesday with daytime highs approaching 51, 40 Thursday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Just go to newnordicusa.com or visit Walgreens or Amazon to purchase. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at newnordicusa.com.
Currently 32 degrees, partly sunny here at Broken Bow. Winds are out of the west 5 and 6 miles per hour. That's a look at weather and news. You're listening to The Breakfast Show. It's 9:08. Well, Brent, we have a little time here, it looks like. I would like you, if you don't mind, to try to wade your way through all the things that you're going to be doing this week.
Wow.
I have the sheet over here. Do you want that?
Yeah, well, I have it handy. Okay. I'm going to try to do this off the top of my head here. Yeah, it's a big week for sports coverage on our radio stations. This is the week that girls sub-district basketball tournaments start. So we're going to bring you full coverage of the D28 girls sub-district, and we're going to start with that tonight, as the opening game of it will feature Ansley Litchfield against Elba. Now, they're going to play this at Ansley High School tonight. So we're going to be there. Tip-off, I believe, is set for 7, and we will be there covering it for you radio only tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. The winner of tonight's game will advance out and move into the sub-district semifinals, which will move to Sandhills High School in Dunning tomorrow. And our matchups tomorrow from Dunning will feature Anselmo Myrna against Central Valley, and then Sandhills Thetford against the winner of tonight's game between Ansley Litchfield and Elba. We will do those games for you live on the radio tomorrow night on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And then we're going to do the live video stream as well from the D28 sub-district at Sandhills. So that'll be tomorrow night. I believe Game 1 tips at 5:30 tomorrow. And then the winners of tomorrow's game will move out and play in the sub-district final in Dunning on Thursday. Okay. And we will do a video-only presentation of that. The reason is we'll be live on the radio on KBBN Thursday night with state wrestling coverage, which we'll talk about here in just a little bit. So that's our coverage of the D28 sub-district tournament. Broken Bow will start play in the C110 girls sub-district tournament tomorrow. They will play Holdridge in their opening game of the tournament. Tip-off, I believe, 7 o'clock. And we will have all Broken Bow games from the C110 sub-district tournament on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com. So we'll have Broken Bow versus Holdridge tomorrow night. If Broken Bow wins, they will advance out to the sub-district championship, which will be Thursday, and we'll broadcast that as well on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com. And then, of course, later in the week, we've got the state wrestling championships happening in Omaha. Many from around our area have qualified again for the state wrestling championships, and we will be there to cover all 3 days of it for you like we have been in the past on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com. We'll go on the air with the opening matches early Thursday morning. We'll have full coverage Thursday, Friday, Saturday, all 3 days, and all of the state wrestling coverage will be on KBBN Radio.
Oh, thank you. You got it all. I followed right through with you there.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Something that we didn't talk about yet because of all the chatter about the Super Bowl and all of that is something I think our next guest might have some thoughts on. Would be Husker ladies basketball.
Big win yesterday.
Yes, Mo's here.
So exciting.
We caught the end of the game a little bit, or listened to it on the radio, caught the end on TV when we got to our destination. And that was quite an exciting game, wasn't it, Mo?
What a comeback.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
You don't have to lead during a majority of the game. You just got to be in front at the end.
Basketball's crazy.
What were they, 11 or 12 behind at one time? 11 at least.
Well, it was, I believe it was 77-70 at one time coming down the stretch, and then it ended up 82-79. So that, amazing comeback.
Yeah, it was a crazy comeback, and those 3-pointers, when they were behind, my husband's like, well, they just can't make a basket. They're just throwing it up. And I said, when you're this far behind, you just have to try.
Yeah.
What else are you going to do?
Yeah.
You can't wait for the time clock to go out. You got to throw that thing up. And
it went through the hoop.
It did. That Shelley, she was on fire at the end, not missing free throws. Those free throws.
They are big.
You got to make them.
They're big.
You got to make them.
It's also nice to be able to kind of hold the top player in the nation down a little bit anyway.
Scoreless in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So
unbelievable.
Okay, conspiracy here, but
I know.
Oh yeah, here we go. I know where this is going.
Do you think she wanted to wait until she's at home to break her little record?
I think she would have.
I've heard that. I've seen that's been all over social media.
Because we all thought it immediately. I personally, I
I don't know how you can think that way because of the importance of the game for Iowa in the big scheme of things when it comes to the NCAA tournament. That loss to Nebraska can heavily affect Iowa and where they get seeded in the NCAA tournament. So if because
I'm just
of
going to
that,
say they shut her down.
Yeah, I'm going to say that too. Because of that, I just can't see that happen. Like, there was a conscious effort to wait and break the record at home when this game meant so much. I don't know about that.
And you're practically home. It's Nebraska. If you were just listening, like I'd go to get a drink of water or something, I didn't know who scored or who did a good play.
Right.
Because there was just as much cheering because I think it was half Iowa people. The coolest thing, though, is made another record, women's sports.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
What's it, 15,000 people in there?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I didn't
I'm
hear
not
the
sure
number. I just heard they broke
what it
another
was.
record.
I think it was 15.
I'm like, how awesome is that?
But the Caitlin Clark girl is an amazing talent.
She is. And thank goodness no one bumped into her so she didn't have to fall down. When they rushed the court.
Well, there was plenty of drama after the game in regards to the press conference and everything.
Oh, really?
Oh,
there was. The coach, she needs to keep her composure. That's a bad look.
Which coach?
Iowa.
The Iowa coach. My understanding is it's kind of always, when you're on the road, the visiting team usually meets with the media prior to the home team. Nebraska was in the celebration, and so got off the court very late compared to what they usually do.
Right.
And my understanding was they just went to the interview room because they figured, well, this is way later than we usually show up. So they show up, nobody's in the room. So they, I think, assumed that it was time for their time to meet the media. Well, Iowa had not met the media yet.
Oh, boy.
And the Iowa head coach was not happy. Just was not happy.
She had a little bit of a fit.
So,
well,
and
she was probably not happy, period. So
I don't know about this because I'll be honest, I was kind of listening to the game more than I was watching the game.
Sure.
But she was upset. Nebraska was playing music or something while Iowa was attempting free throws. I don't know anything about that.
No way. I've been to the women's basketball games. No way. They are not doing that.
But I think she had a complaint about that.
The drama.
You know what? And she did.
Yeah.
And maybe they played right up until
they're ready to leave the hand.
Yeah, just as it leaves their hand.
And, they're having this problem in golf. In golf, they're starting to chatter.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And who was it? Ricky Fowler? He actually told them to yell as he was putting.
Oh.
And he putted in. He put it in. It's like, you know what? As an athlete, you better have concentration.
Well,
yeah. So
you better figure it out. And right now, Caitlin Clark, you're basically a pro athlete. You're on State Farm commercials, so you might want to concentrate a little harder.
They can do that now. I don't know. I would just say this: if they were comfortably ahead and she backed down, I would say she's going to wait because she wants to do that at home, right? I think everybody would understand that. I think she's too competitive to do that on purpose when they were going to lose a big game, as you said, Brett.
I agree with you. That was a big game, a huge game for Nebraska. We all know that. But those games are big for Iowa too, because they have expectations, and
Absolutely.
it's you don't getting a number one seed in the NCAA tournament is a big deal.
It is,
and losing to Nebraska didn't help that. I guarantee you.
No.
So,
all right, guys.
Great
Thanks
game.
for the commentary.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Didn't know it was going to turn into sports talk. Thanks, Mo.
We should
welcome.
Should have probably talked about that earlier, but there's so much going on. We had other things going. So let's talk real estate.
Sure. Well, it's spring's right around the corner, so we have some nice days. Although it's going to get colder into this week.
Yeah,
I saw,
but not terrible.
No, it's not going to be below zero. So, again, spring's coming. Need listings. We did just list a house in Myrna, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, for $62,500. nice little house. It's been a rental, so it would make a good rental. It would make a good family home. So that is on the website at goidealrealty.com. Kirsten listed a residential lot down in Sumner. It's been cleaned off. There was a house on it. The house is gone. The garage is still there. That's on the website. Kirsten's having an open house this Thursday from 4 to 6 in Ansley at 602 Hale Street. This is a very charming house. It's got a really nice porch, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 986 square feet. It's been reduced to 94.5. So that'll be an open house this Thursday from 4 to 6 at 602 Hale Street in Ansley. And then in Ansley also, we have the new build over there that the economic development did. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and 2,400 square feet. So very well done house. Lots of block work because it's into a hill, 2-stall garage attached. Very, very, very nice house. Lots of upgrades in this house. Granite and in the kitchen, the doors are solid. You know, they put in, that group of people puts in nice products. So very nice house. Still have a couple here in Broken Bow that are for sale. We're closing on 605 South C this month, closing on Marion's farm ranch land over there by Myrna. That's going to close. That's sale pending. So lots of stuff going on. We're turning stuff. Mm-hmm. So we need new listings.
Need new properties. Mm-hmm. Okay. And, you know, we're pushing it all the time because we want spring to get here.
Yes.
But we are, you know, this is what, the 12th day of February already. And February's short. Next thing, it's going to be March and April.
Right.
And so if you're going to make a move, I think February would be a good time to maybe come and talk about it, right?
Yes. We do have a listing in Berwyn. They're not ready yet to show, but that'll be here. Little acreage. We're working on a lot of different properties right now. Okay. So, but we always need more because everything's a little different. You know, we're in rural community. We need a lot of everything.
Yeah, that's right. We do. Also, you mentioned some ag, kind of, I don't know if ag property, but a lot of people are looking for these acreages that they can either buy a house already on it or a nice acreage or two that they can put a house on. And I know you're always looking for those.
Yes. Lots of buyers who want acreages. Marion's working with a couple. She's got 2 or 3 buyers that need acres. And I have one. So we've got the buyers. We just need the sellers to come forward and tell us they're ready to list.
That almost would surprise some people that it's that way. You'd almost think it was the other way around. I don't know, coming out of some of the economic possible recession, inflation, which seems to be in better shape now. The recession didn't happen. Interest rates are still higher than they were. So you'd kind of think it'd be the other way around,
right? But it hasn't. I mean, the interest rates, the mortgage rates, they slowed it down a little.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not going to lie, because we could barely keep up a year ago, a year and a half ago. So, yeah, it's definitely slowed down. But it's just, when I look at my listings and my reports and everything, it's basically back to 2020-ish, right in there. We just had a couple years that were just insane. Those interest rates got, my opinion, too low. Because I think that's what got us in trouble. But
I think some economists would agree with that. There's a happy medium there somewhere.
Yeah.
So we're kind of headed that direction. So things are looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, people out there, maybe you'd want to run through real quick. You've got the website. You probably have a pretty active Facebook. You have the office. Talk a little bit about how people can get started with you and what you offer them.
Sure. So our office is at 309 South 8th, so just a block north of the square. We have our own website, which is goidealrealty.com, and then we're on multiple worldwide websites because we're on a multiple listing service. So all of us, Ideal Realty, we're part of the National and State, Nebraska State Realtors Association. So that means we work with all other agents, and we're on this multiple listing service, which puts us on your Zillow and your Trulia and Realtor.com, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So what we offer is, all those websites. We're on the radio, and
You bet. Yay.
do some newspaper, Loop Valley Shopper. So you're marketed extremely well when you list with us. And the other thing, when you list with us, like I said, we work with all other agents, so you get multiple showings. You don't just have one agent working for you full time. You have multiple agents actually working for you. When you pay your commission to sell your property, that gets split between however many realtors work to get your house sold. So it works out really well. I'm just seeing when you have multiple agents come in and show the properties, buyers like working with their own agent.
Mm-hmm.
So they trust that agent, and it just seems like we get offers quicker and for more money when there's more agents involved.
And probably more offers, period.
More offers, yes.
Okay. All right. Ideal Realty, right here in Broken Bow. And, of course, you have a couple helpers, and you kind of cover, Marion kind of covers the western portion.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And Kirsten is moving over by the Arcadia area. She's still going to be in Broken Bow. She's going to come into town a couple days a week for sure, and whenever anybody wants to see anything.
Okay.
So, Arcadia's not that far away.
No, it's also nice to have east, center, west.
Yeah. This is going to work out extremely well. Yeah. So, but she's still here in Broken Bow. Don't think she's taken off on us. She's still in the area, does an amazing job. Very, very good agent. And Marion's got years and years of experience. She's another excellent agent. So, love to have him on my team.
All right. Thanks, Mo.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for the basketball conversation. And
you bet.
Yeah.
all of that. All right, let's get back to some music. One we don't play very often, from Huey Lewis, Pineapple Express. Huey Lewis and the News, Pineapple Express here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We'll take a quick timeout. Something on your mind?
No, I was just going to say thank you for that. I'm a big Huey Lewis and the News fan. I love those guys.
I knew that. And I guess I'll get to play a birthday song on Wednesday because you won't be out of town yet.
No, I'll be here for the morning show Wednesday.
It's kind of a little birthday song I've got kind of lined up for you.
Oh, thanks.
I think you're going to like it.
Yeah.
It's going to be about spring.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Throughout the growing season, you're tasked with making tough choices, starting with the seed, reading all that trial data. You even have your neighbors weigh in. And when you do plant that smart decision, how you'll protect it, well, that's an easy choice. The soybean herbicide portfolio from Corteva Agriscience. With products like Sonic Herbicide, you'll be complementing your Enlist system with the soybean residual protection that'll tackle the toughest weed challenges all season long. See how a program approach can help you protect every acre at Corteva.us. Throughout the growing season, you're tasked with making tough choices, starting with the seed, reading all that trial data. You even have your neighbors weigh in. And when you do plant that smart decision, how you'll protect it, well, that's an easy choice. The soybean herbicide portfolio from Corteva Agriscience. With products like Sonic Herbicide, you'll be complementing your Enlist system with the soybean residual protection that'll tackle the toughest weed challenges all season long. See how a program approach can help you protect every acre at Corteva.us.
9:31, running a little overtime today, no problem, on a Monday. Wanted to talk a little bit about Johnson Hunt and Fish, and we're going to give you a chance to win a $25 gift card to Johnson Hunt and Fish, located on Highway 2 in Loop City, right next to the ballpark there, and you're familiar with that area. At one time, I think that building might have been like a Dairy Queen or something like that.
Yeah, I just remember it as the drive-in.
The drive-in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We would always go get food and great ice cream, and went to the drive-in a lot when I was growing up in Loop City.
Nice little part of town and real handy for you if you're pulling a boat. You just pull down in and go in and talk to Alvin and pick up your bait and all the things that you're going to need to get out there and do some fishing. And I don't know for sure, probably right now in this time of the season, some of those things are limited if not yet available. But Alvin carries a lot of fishing lures, a lot of tackle for catfishing, your lead weights, all the things that you would need for that, treble hooks, the list goes on. And then he's got a real nice selection of fishing lures, and he keeps it stocked up all the time. And I imagine this spring you'll see that expand, and you can get nets and bait buckets and all the things that you're going to need to go out and be, tooled up and ready to go. If the fish are biting, you'll have a good chance of catching fish. And of course, Sherman Reservoir is not very far from there, so you pull in and stock up. So think of that this spring, and you can get everything you need there and then go out and do your fishing or wherever you're headed. He also has a large service on firearms there, ammo, and I noticed if you drive by there, you'll see a deer stand for sale out there, all ready to go. And so it is, hunt and fish. He's had a couple of tournaments that he's put on here recently, very successful. Everybody knows Alvin, and everybody knows that when you go in, you'll get a good conversation, and whether it's stink bait or minnows or fishing lures, they're ready to go for you. And again, they do have the firearms. I think they even offer some repair there service. I've noticed that there's somebody in there, and Alvin's looking things over, and they're going through things to make things work right. So it's a locally owned, homegrown bait and hunt shop, and Alvin does a great job there. And I think Loop City knows that he's a great part of their community.
Yes, indeed. Yep.
All right. So who wouldn't want a $25 head start to go over and drop in and pick up $25 worth of lures or
there you go.
Whatever you need? Get started on some of the other things he has in there as described here this morning. Now, we're going to do a little differently because we realized the other day that with these rapid dial phones, you could be the first caller and the fourth caller. There's nothing wrong with that. But the original idea was when you had 3 or 4 callers that you gave everybody a chance to get in, which we still might do. But I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
I think that you are resistant to something that's coming up in April or May in our neighborhood.
Yeah, I would be resistant. Oh, yeah, that's probably the correct term because, yeah, I was volunteered for something apparently that I'm not real excited about and not going to happen.
Now, don't say anything more.
Okay, all right.
Because we kind of have a name for it.
All right.
And if you can call in at 872-2801 and let us know what's going to happen in Dave and Brent's neighborhood, probably in April or May. Call us at 872-2801. Let us know, and you'll win yourself a $25 gift card to Johnson Hunt and Fish near Loop City.
Okay.
And if this doesn't work, then we'll take a caller. But I got to believe somebody out there knows what we've been. There it is right there.
There we go.
Yeah. So let's find out who we have on the phone. Good morning.
Jessica.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Who are we talking to? Jessica. What's happening in May or June in my neighborhood?
Probably a block party.
Yeah, kind of. You're going to have to describe it a little bit more, Jessica. What's going to happen?
Everyone's going to go over and entertain your coworker the best.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know what the name of the party's going to be, Jessica?
Mm-hmm. I thought it was a block party.
Well, you're close. I'm going to give you the name. You're going to win, but it's just so you remember. It's Brent and Shelley's Spring Fling.
Spring Fling.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got that? Okay.
Is Shelley invited?
Well, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Bring a plate, some paper plates, because
let's just make it potluck.
No, we're inviting people to your place, Brent.
I'll bring silverware.
Oh, silverware. That'd be
that's
nice.
always good to have.
All right, Jessica.
Good to talk to you, Jessica.
We'll put you down. Stop out and pick up the card, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, radio's
You're
amazing.
getting me into trouble here, and I'm not happy about it at all. You're making me sound like the bad guy now.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Brent.
you're inviting people over to my place. No, you don't do that.
Well,
people don't do that. If you want to have a party, have it at your place.
As I told you, we have...
you have a wonderful backyard.
We have an environmental...
A backyard that's way better than... Well, just more spacious than our yard.
Yours
we
is nice.
We really don't have a backyard. You have this beautiful backyard. And I'd be more than happy to come over and kind of help you spruce some things up and maybe sweep some things off or whatever on the back patio area there, and be happy to bring over a bag of chips.
Well, that'd be real big of you. As I mentioned to you last week, we have environmental concerns at our house. We have pets and we have night crawlers. And we can't have people stepping all over the night crawlers in the yard. You have a slanted driveway with this beautiful double garage.
Well, let's change the outlook on this then. Instead of like a party or a spring fling, let's invite people over to your house and harvest night crawlers.
You got to do that at night.
Well,
with the flashlight. I mean, we probably.
I'm sorry. I'm picturing 200 people out in Dave's yard with flashlights trying to grab night crawlers.
It works.
That'd be kind of fun.
It is kind of fun, but it'd be a night crawler hunt.
Huh?
Maybe we should talk to Johnson Hunt and Fish. We could work out a contract.
Yeah, we could work out a deal.
Alvin, if we bring over a couple hundred crawlers, what's that worth?
Yeah, we could be your supplier.
That's not a bad idea. We have people come over from...
Well, you are one that's always looking for additional income.
Yeah, have them come over, lure them into your place with pizza, iced tea, and chips, and then give them flashlights and have them come over to our place and hunt night crawlers, and we'll load them up in the truck and go to Johnson Hunt and Fish.
And the way Dave would do it is we would just load up all the night crawlers, just put them right there on the front step of Johnson Hunt and Fish, and then David have a bill right there. Here's night crawlers, pay me whatever.
It's not a bad idea. It's called capitalism.
Oh, my.
So, thank you, Jessica. We'll put your name on that, and you can pick up that card. The Love Local promotion will continue. Let me get the sheet out here and look, or do you have it there? Tomorrow?
No, I don't have it. I'm sorry.
Okay, tomorrow, on Tuesday, we'll be giving away a Shotgun Annie's Saloon and Grill $25 gift card.
Hey, that's
Callaway.
nice. They kind of got like a Valentine's Day thing coming up.
Yeah, they
right?
do. Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be handy.
On Wednesday. That's Valentine's Day, isn't it?
That's what I'm told, yes.
Okay. All right, anything else?
No, I don't think so. I did bring some of the family was by yesterday and kind of celebrated my birthday a little early, so I brought you some birthday cake. I got a birthday cake. Of course, everybody know, if you listen to this show, you know Brent's a big Chicago Bears fan.
Mm-hmm.
And so my birthday cake had this wonderful Chicago Bears logo on it. At the top, it said, "Not in the Super Bowl." And at the bottom, it said, "Happy birthday anyway."
Wow, that was nice of them. Is it chocolate or white cake?
It's marble cake.
Marble?
Yeah, chocolate and yellow. Yeah, marble cake.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's kind of my favorite.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So feel free to have a piece.
Thanks. That's nice of you.
You bet.
You could freeze that. And
yeah, we could. What we don't eat, that might actually be what happens.
That could be.
It's
frozen.
about half. There's about half of it left, so I thought I'd share it with my radio family.
Well, that's nice of you. And what isn't eaten, then you could freeze, and we could use it this spring.
Yeah, we could. Sure.
So why don't you come over after you have your main dish at Brent and Shelley's place and have a piece of cake and hunt night crawlers?
Yeah, have some 6-month-old birthday cake and hunt night crawlers with us.
Bring your own flashlight.
Yeah, bring your own flashlight.
And I can run a hose across from your place over to mine to water the lawn, because you got to wet it down if you really want to get a lot of night crawlers.
So you're going to run up my water bill?
Well, it's your party.
For your yard.
It's your party. I mean, I don't want to water my yard for your party. Jeez.
You're one of a kind, Bernie. You're just one of a kind.
Oh, boy. Okay, seriously.
Yes.
All right.
Serious.
Going to get serious here. And
okay.
Honestly, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I do think our listeners are probably wondering, everybody and their dog have discussed, heard about, or found out about an incident that happened last Friday on the south side of the square with a visiting vendor. And I'm just going to put it this way. We got some egg on our face, and there's always two sides to every story, but our customers, our community members, our community organizations spend a lot of time promoting our community and asking people to come and visit us and shop and become our friends. And that incident on Friday is a real costly mistake. And I guess the confusion is what bothers a lot of us the most, because it's so confusing, and it shouldn't be. One of the other things that I think we want to do is I know there's two sides to every story, and I think anybody and everybody who has a smartphone has probably heard the vendor side. Thousands of people, unfortunately, have watched this Facebook video about the vendor being asked to leave town after they gave her a permit to set up on the south side of the square. There's probably more to this story than we know, but I hope that the city officials in the city of Broken Bow will tell us what happened, rather than not say anything, not address the situation. I hope in the city council meeting that they actually say, well, here's our side of it, here's what happened, and be truthful about it, and that will wash a lot of the stain away. But if we get the old, well, we really can't tell you what took place because of this, that, and the other, then it's just going to brew. It's just going to get bigger, and it'll get more attention than maybe it even deserves. But I hope we get the full story, and that's what we'll try to get on Tuesday night at the city council meeting. And I'm hoping that they will be asked and they will answer the question, why did this happen? How did it happen? And why would we have the police? And by the way, don't blame the police. They were probably told to go pass a message along twice to this lady, according to her rendition of it, to pick up and leave town because she couldn't be there. There seems like there should be other ways that could have been handled, but let's get the whole story. We've heard her side of the story. I just hope the city officials will tell their side of the story and put it on the table. And then we'll understand maybe a little bit more how the whole thing took place. Was it pressure here from different groups? Was it pressure there? Was it just a misconfabulation of methods that were being used? Whatever. It just needs to be explained. I talked longer than I thought I would.
No.
But
yes, well said.
All right.
Good opinion.
Okay. We'll let you know then that we know, and we're not ignoring it here at KCNI KBBN, because I lost my job over that once here for speaking out against not covering a story that wasn't very complimentary of our community, and it cost me about 3 years of radio time, which I missed terribly. So I'm pretty serious about this, because when you have something that's a black eye on your community, then you need to address it and make it public and explain why and how it happened, and then you can go forward and patch it up. If you bury it, it stays there forever. All right, going to take a quick time out when we close the show. What will you do? Something you want to do? You want to call Alvin and see if we can get a contract for some?
Well, you never know, yeah.
Maybe Christy can talk to Alvin about a contract for night crawlers that we could come up with in May.
Hey, there you go. I'm going to get ready for sports this week.
Yes, you got a lot to do. We'll let you go.
All right.
And we'll take a time out and close the show.
In search of the perfect cut for your lawn? Join the pursuit by choosing from a full line of Steel mowers. From gas and battery options to zero turns and push mowers, Steel offers a wide range of